So Howard, you came to Hyper Focus Camp, and then you said something when we were playing doubles that because it was all clicking for you. What did you say?
I learned things that I didn't know existed. I get a chance to a new tool in my arsenal.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And you did awesome. Great job. All right, David, you came out to our doubles camp. Me and Will Buchek right there, the stat master. There's your daughter. Tell us what you thought of the weekend.
Tell you, the weekend was fabulous. I've been to one other camp with Pete doubles camp. That one was fabulous. This one was 3 times better. Absolutely fabulous.
Awesome. Right? So you came out here for the doubles weekend. What did you think?
It really was amazing. First of all, the atmosphere of a group, but the drills and technique of the doubles was really profound. And we had 8 players, and we had personal attention to every weak spots and a lot of hints and great time. So it was the best clinic I ever attended. Thank you.
Oh, wow. Okay, father, son. First I talked to father. Father thought this is going to be too far to come for a weekend. You came for the weekend. What do you think?
It was the best camp that I ever came to. I've been attending a lot of coaching lessons, but this was so concentrated, so personable. We're coming back for sure. I'll bring my other kids too. My son with me enjoyed it too, and he's a good player.
All right, so Chris, yeah, you're one of the better players here at the camp. What do you think when your dad said, let's go to Atlanta to play some tennis? What do you think of it?
I was excited, but I didn't think it was going to be this technical, this in-depth, the strategy. It's far exceeded my expectations. It's been great.
All right, awesome. So you guys had a good time?
Amazing
Wonderful
time. We're
Good.
coming back.
You were wonderful, and Sadish is absolutely wonderful.
Yeah, you guys are the reason we're coming back to Atlanta.
You're so personable, and you treat us like your own family.
I feel like I've known you for a while. Actually.
Awesome, actually. All right, so Lisa, you came all the way from Vancouver, Canada. That's very far from Georgia. Why did you come so far to train with me?
Because I look at an online video from you, and I feel really have that click. I need the subtle change. Even I watch your video, I cannot really learn 100%. That's why I made my effort to come all the way to Georgia.
Great. And then what did you think of the training when you were here? Did you like it?
I really, really enjoy every moment. Every moment.
Great.
Every minute.
Great. And
He's a great coach.
and then what is different about coming to train with me versus other lessons you take? What do you find is different?
I feel you are very in person, and I feel you pay attention to the details, and I also feel like whatever you give me the tips, I get right away. I don't think I waste any minutes.
Very good. And would you come all the way back again? Would this be something you'd want to do again?
Yes, I would like to keep this as a yearly. If Pete take me, I would love to come again.
Okay. And what would you advise anybody who's thinking about traveling to come take a tennis lesson? Do you think it's a good idea?
Yes, it is a great idea because before I come, I didn't expecting this tennis paradise.
Great. Thank you. All right, Mark. So you came to train here. Why did you get in the car and come 4 or 5 hours come see me?
Got in the car because I like your attention to detail, and I think you can teach me things that I can't get with a local club pro.
And did you find that to be true, or is this lesson different than a club pro?
Definitely. We've worked on the same things many times with different club pros, and the amount of detail is far exceeded my expectations here.
Okay, great. And then what did you want to improve these last couple of days, and what do you feel happened?
I wanted to improve my forehand first and foremost, and we spent a lot of time on that, working on footwork, racket path, and I believe I have a much better forehand upon leaving than when I came. I wanted to work on my serve, and boy, you broke the serve down into so many components, and we videotaped so many different portions of it, and I've got the foundation now to go back and continue to work and ingrain these habits that will give me a much better serve. And I've always liked the cut shot, and you taught me how I can dominate at the 3-5-4-0 level by using the cut shot in different, a variety of ways.
And do you think, because a lot of people are not sold on that would actually dominate at that level after hitting some good ones, do you think that would be effective against the people you play against?
Absolutely. I was maybe a little skeptical coming in, but the way that you teach somebody to hit a chip shot or a cut shot, it's got so much pace, it stays so low. It will definitely dominate at the 4-0, and it'll be very effective even at the 4 or 5 level, I believe.
All right, cool. And what would you say to anybody thinking of coming to train with me?
It's definitely worth the distance that you would travel. You're going to get a lot more attention to detail than you're going to get from the typical club pro, and it's these little steps that he breaks it down into certain levels of detail that make it effective, and it allows you to understand it. His way of teaching allows the student to understand things much easier.
Cool. Thank you.
Sure.
Hey Pete, this is Steve and Remy wishing you a happy holiday.
All right, we got Sky here, really good player, great serve mechanics. But you said you couldn't get the what serve couldn't you get?
I could not get the slice serve.
Yeah.
I've been working forever to hit a slice. And I started with your YouTube video, watching you hit those 6 slices going, oh, I want that. Have never been able to do it.
Yeah, so what happened today?
Today, I'm hitting slice in an hour and consistently, awesome. So I figured out, toss, rotation, follow through, and, terrific. Great session. Yay.
All right, so you're a happy camper?
Absolutely. I might pay double.
Okay, good job. Oh, this is my definition of a totally obsessed tennis player. Whitney, what in the world do you got there?
Well, it was my label maker.
Uh-huh.
And I brought it so that I can make some messages to remind myself. And this one reminds me.
Is it printing out?
Yes, it's printing out my message that I'm going to stick on my racket.
Okay.
To remind myself
Yes.
that I continue to forget that I need a continental grip.
Oh my gosh.
For my volley, for my chip, and for my serve.
Nice. That's what you call totally obsessed. This is why I keep saying you guys are my favorite students in the world. Okay? You're awesome.
I won't forget this.
It's been an honor to work with you all weekend, Whitney.
Thank you. It's been an honor for you to instruct me.
Thank you. So Whitney, you came to the Hyper Focus camp. Why did you want to come? What got you excited about coming?
That it reminded me of the kind of format that you had when you went to tennis camp as a kid, where it's hours and hours and hours of drill and drill and drill. We just don't get that kind of instruction anymore. Maybe you had all those skills when you were a kid, and you've been playing that for another 20 years, but you haven't been using them. You need to be reminded, bring them back out. And that's what I love about this, is you're not going to get this kind of instruction with drills or with a 1 hour of private. You need to spend days and at least 8 hours a day on it. And that's what's great.
And what's different about this instruction compared to like a drill or a private lesson? What did you find that was a different experience about it?
Instead of just throwing 100 balls at us, we had to go through more motion. We did a lot of things without the tennis balls as well, just to get your, muscle memory. Remind yourself what these strokes should look like, what all those shots should look like. That made a big difference.
Yeah. And so, and now that the camp is over, are you happy about coming? Are you happy with the results of the camp? What do you think?
Yes. Yeah, this is great. I have things I can take back. I can incorporate into my matches right now. And hopefully I will be back with more instruction from Pete.
Awesome. All right, Kathy, so you came from sunny Florida.
Yes.
What made you decide to get in the car and want to take a road trip just for tennis?
Well, I've been following you online and some of your videos and things, and I thought it would be good to work with you in person. And I like the format of the camp and how we had segments for different things, but we were also actually focusing on the fundamentals and trying to get the actual shadow strokes down before we're even trying to hit the ball, because if we don't have the proper technique, then it doesn't matter how many balls we hit, we're still going to be hitting it wrong or making errors, or your technique's going to break down, and then it's just not going to work for you.
And what was it like working with me in person as opposed to watching videos? What do you think about working with me on the court?
Well, it was a lot better because you're focused on my game here and helping me directly. Like, the other stuff is more broad for everybody, but you would find what I did well and improve it, or if there was something that I really needed to work on, you were specifically dealing with my situation, not just in general for everybody.
Mm-hmm. And is this something that you enjoyed and would want to do again, or are you just like, I'm glad it's done and I can't wait to never come back? What do you think?
No, actually I enjoyed it, and I was a little worried when I came up here because I only play on clay courts and this is hard court, so I was worried I was going to be really stiff and sore, but actually the way the camp goes, it was really good. I'm not stiff and sore for having done it for 6 hours for 2 days and then 4 hours for today. I actually feel pretty good, but I feel like the repetition's been good, and the way that the camp was laid out and the things that we did was just, it was good for us, like good muscle memory, but also for us to just continually repeating it for ourselves so it kind of sinks in and it sticks. And then the other thing that you were good about is like some funny analogies for certain things for us to remember to do certain follow-throughs and stuff. I won't give your jokes away, but one in particular that I keep thinking about, it's like, oh man, they didn't get back together again. But that helps, because if you have a story or you have some kind of example that you're thinking about, then it's easier to remember things.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate it.